An Enchantment, a story based on a crab or golden crab and a princess as well. So, let's begin. Once upon a time, there was a fisherman who had a wife and three children. Every morning, the fisherman went out for fishing, and whatever fish he caught, he sold it to the king. So, one day, among the other fishes, he caught a golden crab. When he came home, he put all the fishes together into a great dish, but he kept the crab separate because it shone so beautifully and placed it upon a high shelf in the cupboard. Now you can see the crab is shining so beautifully. Now what happened next that while the old woman, his wife, was cleaning the fish, she suddenly heard a voice which said, "Hello, please get me out." She turned around in surprise and then she saw the little golden crab. "What? Can speak? Can you?" she said. Then she took him up and placed him on the table. So, when her husband came home and they all sat down to dinner, presently they heard the crab's little voice saying, "Give me some too," as he was hungry. So, they were all very much surprised, but they gave him some food as he was hungry. When the old man or the fisherman came to take away the crab's dinner plate, he found it full of gold, and as the same thing happened every day, he soon became fond of the crab. So, the crab is saying now, he said, one day the crab said to the fisherman's wives, "Go to the king and tell him I wish to marry his younger daughter." The old man went to the king and told him what the crab wanted. The king laughed a little at the notion of his daughter's marrying a crab, but he did not decline the proposal altogether. He was a prudent monarch and knew that the crab was likely to be a prince in disguise. He said to the fisherman's wife that tell the crab, "I will give him my daughter, but in one condition. If by tomorrow morning he can build a wall in front of my castle much higher than my tower, a big wall, and it should be his wish is that it should be a big than the tower wall, and with the flowers, the blooming flowers all around growing on the top." So the fisherman's wife went home and gave this message to the crab. So the crab then said her that you have to do one thing for me, that you have to go and you have to strike the rod. He gave her a rod, a golden rod, and then he said, strike this rod three times upon the ground on the place which the king showed you, and tomorrow morning the wall will be there." The old woman did so. The next morning, when the king awoke, what do you think he saw? The wall stood there before his eyes, exactly as he described it. The old woman went back to the king and said to him, "Your Majesty's order have been fulfilled." "That is all very well," said the king, "but I cannot give away my daughter until there stands in front of my palace a garden in which there are three fountains, of which the first one must spray the precious one, the gold, and the second fountain should spray the most precious one, you can say diamonds, and the third and the last one should spray the brilliance." Now, so the old woman had to strike again three times upon the ground with the rod, and the next morning the garden was there. The king now gave his consent, and the wedding was fixed at the very next day. Then the crab said to the old fisherman, "Now, take this rod, go and knock it on this certain mountain. Then, what happened will, a servant will come out and will ask you what is your wish, master. Answer him thus: Your master, the king has sent me to tell you that you must send him his golden garment like the sun. Make him give you besides the queenly robes of gold and precious stones, which are like the flowery meadows, and bring both them to me." He also said to bring another thing, which was a golden cushion. Now, this is a picture of queenly robes, and this is the golden cushion which is said to bring. Now, the old man went and did his errand. When he had brought the precious robes, the crab put on the golden garment and then crept upon the golden cushion. The fisherman carried him to the castle where the crab presented the other garment to his bride. Then the wedding ceremony took place. Later, when the married pair were alone together at the night, the crab made himself known to his young wife, as the wife was thinking that he's a crab, and she was very disappointed, but she still agreed. He told her that he was the son of the greatest king in the world. So he said that I was enchanted, and that's why I became a crab by day and was a man only at night. He also explained that he could change himself into an eagle. So then shook himself, now a handsome youth. But in the morning he goes back to his crab shell. Now the princess affection of the crab, the king and queen asked her daughter that is she happy marrying to a crab? She said, "Yes, I am happily married to the crab." Then the king said to her that I will arrange a tournament in your honor, and I will invite all the princes in the world to it, and if any one of them pleases you, you shall marry him. In the evening, the princess told this to the crab, who said to her, "Take this rod, go to the garden gate and knock with it, and a servant will come out and say to you, 'Why have you called me, and what do you require of me?' Answer him thus: 'Your master king has sent me to here to bring your golden armor and his steed and the silver apple, and bring them both to me.'" The princess did so and brought him what he desired. The following evening, the prince dressed himself for the tournament. Before he went, he said to his wife, "Now, mind you do not say you have to stand on the palace window with your sisters. I will ride by and throw you the silver apple, take it in your hand. But if they ask you who I am, say that you do not know." So saying, he repeated his warning once more and went away. The prince went with his sisters and arranged and looked at the other tournament. Now, what happened that the king arranged another tournament, but the crab said to his wife that you have to bring only the golden apple and go to that mountain again. But he said that, "Now I know you will betray me today." But she promised that she won't, and the crab repeated his warning. And in the evening, while the princess with her sisters and mother were standing on the window, the prince suddenly galloped past on his steed and threw her the golden apple. Then her mother, the queen, flew into a passion and shook the princess and shouted, "'Tis not even that prince pleases you, you fool!" The princess in her fright exclaimed, "That is the crab himself." Her mother was very angry because she had not been told. She ran into the daughter's room where the crab shell was lying, took it up and threw it to the fire. Then the poor princess cried bitterly, but it was of no use. Her husband did not come back. Now, we must leave the princess and turn to the other peoples in the story. And one day an old man went to a stream to dip in a crust of bread which he was going to eat when a dog came out of the water, snatched the bread from his hand, and ran away. The old man ran after him, but the dog reached a door, pushed it open, and ran inside. He did not overtake the dog, but found himself above a staircase which he descended. Now he saw a big hall with 12 peoples. He heard a great noise and hid himself behind a great picture that he might would happen. Now he was very frightened, and at that time the 12 eagles flew to a mountain that was tree and bathed themselves and then changed into handsome youths. Now they seated themselves on the table, and one of them took up a cup and said, "A health to my father," and another said, "A health to my mother," and so the healths went round. Then one of them said, "A health to my dearest lady, long may she live and well, but a curse on the cruel mother that burned my golden shell." And so saying, he wept bitterly. Then the youths rose from the table and went back to the great stone fountain, turned themselves into eagles again, and flew away. Then the old man went home. Soon after he heard that the princess was ill, and that the only thing that did her good was having stories told to her, good stories. He therefore went to the royal castle, obtained permission to visit the princess, and told her about the strange things he had seen in the underground palace. No sooner had he finished than the princess asked him whether he could find the way to the palace. He said yes, and they both went there and hid themselves behind the picture. Now the eagles flew and came again to the palace and seated themselves and said that, "A health to my dearest lady, long may she live and well, but a curse on the cruel mother that burned my golden shell." Then the princess could not hold no longer. She ran forward and threw her arms round her husband. He was very happy to see her. "Do you remember how I told you that day that you would betray me?" he said. "Now you see that I spoke the truth, but all that bad time is past," said the princess, "though I must still remain enchanted for 3 months. Will you stay here with me till that time?" So the princess stayed with him and said to the old man, "Go back to the palace and tell my parents that I am staying here." Her parents were very much vexed. And when the old man came back and told them this, but after the 3 months, Princess enchantment were over and they lived happily ever after. Now, this is my first video, and I would like to say all of you that like, share,